Yo, morning, welcome back to the channel. This is day 2 of this job. It was supposed to be a quick job, but in usual fashion, you start removing stuff and you find more problems. So if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button in the corner. We put videos up generally 2 times a week. Normally I try and do a Monday and a Thursday, but depending on what I've got going on, sometimes they're a day late. Whatever. So let's show you around the job. So the job itself, that's happened. So we've took that wall out. That was planned, by the way. So we took the wall out across here. So the client wants big bifolds, which they're sorting themselves. So that was normal. So we're not down to do any plastering, any electrics, any plumbing, nothing like that. So the plan was wall out, take the old flooring up, put new laminate, I believe, down, and then just patch repair wherever we needed to. But obviously we'll probably have to dot and dab, well, we will do now, definitely, the entire top of all that. And that was it. But in usual fashion, once you start undoing stuff, you're uncovering a lot of other bodges and things like that, and that is definitely the case here. So we took all the floor up in this room. So all the floor came up. I think it was like an engineered floor. And this house has been modified over the years, in various different levels. And yeah, we found basically all the screed that's feathered down to nothing, which you can't do with screed anyway, because you need a minimum, I believe, of between 20 mil, very, very minimum. Ideally 30 upwards, and they didn't do that, and it's all crumbled. And so from this section here, where the floor just dives off massively like that, and all that basically that whole run just dips off massively, and all you can see the edge of it here. So that's roughly around 30 mil, and it leads all the way down there. So where Kian is there, they must have had a radiator on that side, and then they dug a channel out and then run that round to this radiator, which is okay. This, you know, that's what they've done. So it's a lot deeper in that section, but that from 30 mil feathered down to nothing. So what we've had to do is take all that up, because it literally, I'll put a photo up somewhere. As we took the floor up, the screed was actually stuck to the bottom of the flooring. It's all just coming off in pieces, so it's not very good. So we have stripped all the room, that's all got to come out, and now we've got to south level it with deep fill. So that is what we're going to show you, how we go about doing that. So the lads are just going to crack on now. We're just emptying the room. We've got to take this out, and then we'll show you the procedure. We'll get all these acros down, because obviously we are not going to be south leveling with these bad boys up. So we'll strip the room, and then I'll show you how to do it. Okay, so we've took all the trestles and stuff down. That's all cleared out. That big weighty bad boy settee's out. So the room is now clear of all the obstructions. So Jack's hoovered all the floor up, because it's really important to try and get as much dust and debris up. Lou has got some basically bonding compound, which he's going to roll all over the floor. And once that's gone off, then we can start mixing. The other thing that we've done now is we've got a bit of 3x2 that we've fixed all the way along from one side of the opening to the other. Now this area here is going to take some self leveler on there, because it's actually really quite deep. Now we've got 20 bags with us at the minute, and we may need more, because that is a bit of a void. The other thing that Shawnee's done then, he's then sealed, sort of run a bead of silicone all the way through, because you don't want any of the self leveler transferring through, because it's just a waste down there. So Lou's just gone mental, pouring it all over the floor, and then you're just going to use a roller basically to roll it all out, and then we've got to let that go off a bit, and let's go and show you the self leveler. So the self leveler we use has actually got like fibres in it, so it's like a reinforced self leveler. So it allows you to go obviously to a much deeper depth on there, Really good stuff, but it is really important that you stick to the procedures. So on there, it's 5 litres per bag. So it's a 25 kilo bag and it's 5 litres of water. And it has to be that way, because if you don't do it that way, trust me from experience, when you think, oh, do you know what, I'll make that up, it does not work. It doesn't work, and you'll come back and you'll be in the same boat where it just pops, and oh, it's a nightmare. So trust me, use the right consistency or don't bother at all. So to mix that, we'll show you actually Lou mixing it anyway, but to mix it we just use a whisk in a drill. It doesn't need to be anything more than that really, but yeah, so once they've rolled all that out, we'll show you how to mix it. I mean, let's say Lou's already prepped, so that's 5 litres, believe it or not. If you can see that properly, that is 5 litres. So what Lou normally does, what he normally does, which is there, is his 5 litre mark on the bucket. He's not just good looking, he's got a brain too. So as you can see, Lou is basically making rainbows, white rainbows now. And Sean's just using the brush on all the bigger bits. Obviously you're not going to get that in with the roller, and he's just going to go around all the edging and things like that, because you want to get it to adhere as best you can. Now what we're using is SBR Plus, which is a waterproofing bonding agent and mortar admixture, whatever that is. So that's the bad boy anyway that we're using. But yeah, so just to let you know, the floor dips off that way and that way, so there's a bit of a crown in it. So I'm guessing that we might need to shoot off to go and get some more bags. What do you reckon, Sean?
Yeah, I didn't realise it was as bad as it was, but it's a very good job.
So we've got 20 bags, and let's see how many we end up using. So I reckon all of them plus another 4. Where are you going, Sean?
Then I'm going to go with all of them plus another 2.
So you're going to get all of them plus 2. Boys, Jack, what's your view?
I'm sticking with Sean.
Sean, 2. Kian, plus 1. Lou, come on, we might as well go the whole team now.
He'll just say I don't know.
I don't know.
Most decisive lad you'll ever meet.
Yeah, captain on the fence. Pick a team. You're either team Mike or team Sean. Jack's jumped on team Sean. I don't know what's wrong with that. I'll obviously upset him. What you got?
He's gone with enough.
He's got enough. Wow. Clearly he's got some issues. So right, okay, better get that sorted, and then we'll show you the mixing process. Right, so that's 1 bag in. So that entire bag, showing you the radiator, not that. That entire bag's just literally that corner, which is
still not deep
enough. So that's going to take another one.
Probably what?
30 odd mil, I reckon. 35 mil, something like that. So there's also a bit of an honesty disclaimer. I feel like I need to tell you. There's 18 bags outside, not 20. So 24 is what I guessed. Maybe a tall order.
We'll see. See how it goes.
So we guessed wrong. So right, I better show you the mixing. So basically what it is, so you got 5 litres of water, and then we use just a normal little drill, and you mix it round, swirly, and it's a full bag for that 5 litres. It's important to say as well, with the depth on that self-leveler, is it goes from 5 mil to 50. But it's really good stuff. The other thing is, people might say, because you can use like a spiked roller, so once you go over it you can use a spiked roller, but in this instance it is so deep, you'll push the roller in and lose the roller. It's just not going to happen, so that's why we're not using that, and we've never ever had an issue with this stuff. This stuff's awesome, so good. So yeah, so we'll set you up on time lapse while we rip through, and then I'll get back to you once it's pretty much all sorted. Today's video is sponsored by Tradeify. So for those of you who don't know what Tradeify is, it is a job management software that you can use on your phone, iPad, laptop, PC, whatever you want to use it on. We run our entire company through it, so that's from quotations to your invoicing, you know, job management, all that sort of stuff. The really good thing I like about it is that you can, your jobs are that itemised as well, so the customer knows exactly what they're getting, and we secure a hell of a lot of work on that basis alone. So if you do want to give it a go, there's a 14-day free trial, which will be in the description below, which is exactly what we did. And if you do love it, which I'm sure you will, use the promo code GHAWK50 and you will get 50% off for the next 3 months. So can't say fairer than that. Go and give them a check out. So in the description below. Right, update. We are, I don't know if you can see that properly, but yeah, roughly this section now. So all the deepest bit is done over that end. Ooh, some lights, look.
Oh my God,
oh my God, turn it off, turn it off. So we've got 7 bags left now. The floor tips off this way, so this about 20 mil-ish, something like that-ish, 15, 20 mil, something around that. Tipping off, so it's going to be close, it's going to be close. But we have had a bit of a boo-boo. Should we be honest, Sean? Should we tell the girls and boys at home what happened?
It's true life, innit? Might as well.
Yeah, might as well. We're going to go for it. So, as we were carrying, I say we, I wasn't, and Sean was Sean, so it can't be our fault.
No, it was Jack and Lewis.
Yeah, so blame them. So as they were carrying the bucket through here, the handle snapped, which obviously means that they've weakened the handle, isn't it, Sean? Yeah. They've done it on purpose. And we had a bucket go down, and I will try it, if I've got a photo of it, I'll put the photo up of it, but it dropped down in between here, so we had to take that settee back out. Oh, it was great fun.
It was manic.
That's why the camera went boom off. She's got to go. We've got to get on. So we needed to move it out of the way. So we've had to kick everything back outside, clean all the floor up, clean. I cut the old the DPM sheet that was there. That's had to go. Yeah, and then well, that happened. So yeah, so that's what we thought would get updated. So like I say, I've got 7 bags left and we've got quite a bit still to do. So will we make it? Will we make it? So one of the things for when the levelling, I'll tell you what, here's one key I made earlier. So don't break this key, the key is strong.
Straight on.
So might as well film this bit. So I'm going to film you making your mistakes, Kian. So no pressure. So as Kian's putting an amount down, then Sean will then flick it around with the trowel, the floor trowel, to help push it into certain areas. And then that's a full mix just gone into that little bit there. And obviously it gets deeper down here. And then Sean will basically manipulate that to go down into the certain areas and into the corners, and then
thick down here.
Yeah, it's quite thick down that end. So he'll manipulate all that, and then essentially it'll all sort of level itself out where it needs to be. But obviously, where it is deeper, you do need to concentrate on pushing more of the self leveler into there, so it can work its way back. So that is what you have to do. So right, we'll let Sean too. I can show you the level actually on there. So you can see just as a rough idea on the gap underneath. So that is the gap. So let me just get the tape on it. We can be technical on this channel. It's not very often, but we can be. So try and do this all one-handed. So we have 22 mil. 22 mil deep there. So that's why you have to use the deep fill self leveler. Okay, so here she is in all her glory. And the scores on the doors was 17 bags. I was miles out.
Yeah.
Doubted it, Sean. Not doubted him.
So Lewis was right. He basically said we had enough, and he was right.
And to be fair, they mixed up another bag. Let's just chuck them under the bus while we're at it. They mixed up another bag and didn't even need it at all. So we've had one full bag, and I mean a full bag, wasted.
Amateurs.
Proper schoolboy. So that floor, it says it's drying time, like for walking on, is about 4 hours at 20 degrees. It's not 20 degrees, so, and it's around 10 degrees in it, and also it's quite obviously, the deeper it is, the longer it takes to go off as well. So I wouldn't be walking on that. So we're not going to be going on that until tomorrow anyway. But yeah, and it's now raining naturally, and the lads are outside trying to clean up, and we've had lots of fun. Nowhere to put anything, and it's been miserable. So. There's nothing else to say about it, is it?
So happy.
I know, so happy. I don't like the, yeah. But, you know, such is life. So, if you've enjoyed this video, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button in the corner, turn your notifications on as usual, and leave your comments and give us a thumbs up if you like it. So, see you next time.